Hi, my name's Michael Jamison. I'm homeless. I've been homeless probably about 5 years now. My wife died in 2020 and I'm by myself. I've been a heroin addict pretty much about 25 years. And, now I'm on the street, surviving every day. It's okay because the people are really nice, but it's still a rough life. And hopefully everybody will stay strong.
Beginning, like your life, where you from, where you born.
Oh,
raised,
okay. I was born in Key West, Florida, and I was brought up in Virginia Beach, and then I came here in my 30s, and I've been here since '96, and that's it. I've mostly lived in Kissimmee, Florida for about 28 years.
Can you speak about, you saying you do heroin? Was there a point in time that you wasn't?
Yeah, I was smoking crack in the 80s, and before that LSD and weed, then I was shooting cocaine, the powder, before crack, and then crack, I started doing that, and then I went to heroin in Florida because the high was better for me, and it's very enticing, and it grips you, and then you become a slave the rest the days that you do it, until you break free from your chains and quit doing it. Now the heroin scene has changed to fentanyl. Fentanyl is everywhere. It's very dangerous because it's you never know how strong it is, and a lot of people that don't have a tolerance to it can overdose very easily, and that happens a lot all over the world now.
Okay.
And that's about it. My story's not very exciting.
So,
done drugs most of my life, since 11 years old.
You said you became homeless. What was the reason for you becoming homeless? Because you let the people know about that.
Because I just wasn't working. I was working through temp service, and before that I had a job painting. I paint good, and painting for a company called Pac-Van. They do connexes and mobile office units, and 9/11 came and everything changed. The management changed, so I didn't get along with the new management, so I kind of quit, got fired at the same time, and then I went back to the temp service, and I did that, and then about 5 years I've been not working. I panhandle, basically apply a sign on the median and to survive, and that's it.
Would you like to let anybody that's watching this know anything that you feel like you should let them know?
Stay with your job unless you can get another job, because it's tough. Stay safe and stay away from fentanyl. Generation knows about the drugs. Like as me, I came up in the 70s, and in the 70s it was different. It was like just weed, and it wasn't even Sensimilia weed. It was like that brown weed,
Yeah.
And acid. It was kind of the 60s going out at the 70s. And then at the end of the 70s, it was the crack. The crack kicked in at the 80s.
What age was you when you first tried crack?
Crack? I was about 19, 20.
What year was this? 1981?
I think something like that. 81, 82. I tried freebasing before crack.
What's that?
I met this chick. She had cocaine powder and baking soda. It's just like crack, but a smaller form. Good powder, and you take baking soda and you put some water and heat it up and shake it around, and it's like test tube, and it will turn into a rock. It will float up, and then you take the rock and put it on a pipe and smoke it. Glass pipe. That's freebasing. That's expensive as compared. When crack, they get an ounce or a half a bird, half a kilo, and they cook up a big cookie and cut it up and make mucho money.
Yeah.
And then you can buy 10s, dimes, 20s, 40s, 50s, 8 balls, yeah.
So when even when in the 80s, when you had tried crack at the time,
I was just buying 20 pieces.
So what was your next drug of choice at that time? You were smoking weed and crack, or was
it? Crack. I was just doing crack, and then that was in Virginia Beach. Then I came here. I was still smoking crack, and then like a year later, I met heroin because I was staying with some people that were into the heroin, and they said, "Yo, it's $10," and I had $10, and I tried a bag, and I sniffed it, and it was good, and the high kept me high. Unlike crack, where you jones for another hit, I was good. That high had me relaxed. I didn't need any more. That's where it tricks you, because then the longer you do it, your tolerance builds, and then you got to buy another bag. And
10s to 20s and stuff like that, or
just 10s. Some people get lucky and they can buy grams of it, but for the most part, people sell dimes.
What's the worst effect on when you do heroin?
It makes you sick.
Sick as in throwing up,
like
sick as in coldness.
Withdrawals, like when it wears out of your system. If you've been doing it over a month or a few weeks, you get hooked on it, and your body gets used to it, and it craves it, and you get withdrawals, you get sick, it feels like a cold, almost like the flu, and then the longer you go, it gets worse. Until you 4 days later, then you'll start feeling better. Some people less, some people longer. But the worst thing is, it's a mental thing. If you've been on it for a long time and you want to quit, you'll detox and you won't be sick anymore.